Susan will be presenting and discussing for us about table topics. Please welcome Susan Morgan.
We have a lot of new members and guests, and of course a few of our more experienced members, and we decided that table topics is one of those subjects when you become the table topic master that you really need to be able to learn how to lead it in a really effective way. So we decided that we would get together and talk about that. When you're the table topics master, it gives members who aren't assigned a speaking role the opportunity to speak during the meeting. The Toastmaster challenges each member with a subject, and the speaker responds with a 1 to 2 minute impromptu talk. Some people underestimate the topic master's role importance. Not only does it provide you with an opportunity to practice planning, preparation, organization, time management, and facilitation skills, your preparation and topic selection will help members to quickly organize and express their thoughts in an impromptu setting. And this really works. Practice, practice, practice. I was terrified. I was very trepidatious, that's a word, to get up in front of people and do table topics. But having learned to do them gave me more comfort when I was put in a situation where I had to answer something on the spot. So it really does help. But preparation is the key to leading a successful table topics session. Before the meeting, check with the Toastmaster to find out if there is a theme scheduled, and if so, prepare topics reflecting that theme. Confirm who the prepared speakers, evaluators, and general evaluator will be so you can call on other members at the meeting to respond first. You call on program participants, speakers last, at the end of the table topic section if time allows. Select subjects and or questions that allow speakers to offer opinions. Don't make questions too long or too complicated, and make sure they don't require specialized knowledge. Phrase questions or comments so speakers clearly understand what you want them to talk about. Remember, too, that your job is to give others a chance to speak, so keep your own comments short. Table topics usually begins after the prepared speeches and before the evaluations. It does vary from club to club. In our club, we do it after the speeches. It gives our evaluators time to write their evaluations of the prepared speeches. When the Toastmaster introduces you, you walk to the lectern and assume control of the meeting. You briefly state the purpose of table topics and mention any theme. If your club has the word of the day, encourage them, the speakers, to use the word of the day in their response. Be certain that everyone understands the maximum time they have for their response and how the timing devices work. You may not have to do that quite as much since our timer has already done that. Then begin the program. Give each speaker a different topic or question and call on speakers at random. Avoid going around the room in order of people where they're sitting. If possible, don't ask two people the same question unless you specify that each must give opposing viewpoints. State the question or comment briefly and then call on the respondent. You may wish to invite visitors and guests to participate after they have seen one or two members' responses. but let visitors know they are free to decline if they are uncomfortable. Watch your total time. You may need to adjust the number of questions in the segment and making sure that your segment ends on time. Even if your portion started late, try to end on time to avoid the total meeting running over time. This is where we have our buffers in a lot of the Toastmaster clubs. So if some clubs, even if they go over their time, will even cut table topics out, although we rather not because it's really useful and a lot of fun. Then, at that point, you return control of the lectern to the Toastmaster, and your job is done, just as my job is done, Mr.